back to Moreton Bay for the all-important final clash here at Pride Round. My name's Andy, I'm joined by the great man, Winnie. Thanks for joining us, mate. This is a big game here between the Kings and the Gorillas. There's a lot riding on this one.
There is. Tough season for Grange, obviously coming off the flag last year. But Coorparoo locked in a three-way battle for fourth spot. We saw Maroochydore earlier today secure third spot, or a spot in the top three. But there's three teams with going for that one spot, and all on 6 wins with Coorparoo a chance to make it 7 today.
Now there's a big loss out of Wilston Grange's team today. That's certainly going to have a big impact on their performance today.
Yeah, Kate Lutkin's out, so third in the best and fairest for the Brisbane Lions, the AFLW last year. Obviously signed for them to play again next year, and especially against a side littered with Lions talent, academy talent at Coorparoo have got, and also a few players coming back from the emerging talent squad from last week as well. So star-studded Coorparoo side, but with two rounds to go for Grange, 2 games left in the season, I'm sure they'll come out firing to really make it competitive.
Well, this is the final game of the day, and there's a lot riding on this one as we get started. Live here from Moreton Bay, the final game here of Pride Round, and rucks will go up. It's brought down the ground there. The Kings hoping to get an early centre clearance. Handball shuffled out now to a teammate under pressure, and we'll see a free kick in the back. And we'll go to the Kings across half back.
So Jade Allinger with the ball here. Get the first kick of the match. Pumped it towards half forward. Front and centre there was Sally Young, coming off a game in the emerging talent squad in Perth last week. Kicks up towards half forward. No mark taken, but a nice row. Running off half back there. Kick towards goal. To a teammate in the goal square, and the mark has been taken 10 metres out by Coorparoo, and they're going to have the first shot at goal through Janae Govan.
This is going to be an important shot. Just the way they move the ball from half back across the wing, up forward, uncontested disposal. Fantastic, Evan. Great movement of the ball, getting that space early.
So led the competition for goals last year, and today has started very, very well for Coorparoo. The first goal on the board goes to Janae Govan.
Excellent start here from the Kings, and that percentage is going to be crucial today. And if they keep playing with that free-flowing, aggressive football from the outset, they're certainly going to make up a fair bit tonight. Yeah,
we don't want to assume anything in terms of Wilson Grange competitiveness, but Coorparoo, if they can get on top early, will have one eye on that percentage column. Having a look at the live ladder, so to speak. If Coorparoo win today, they will go a game ahead, but with Bond University next week, the percentage will be so important for that battle for fourth spot, and they are roughly 20 to 22 goals behind at the moment. So there'll be no letting up early if they get on top early.
Especially with Bond's amazing win in the last game to give themselves a lot of confidence heading into the finals as the ball goes up towards half forward. Here as the Kings trying to get some pressure out. Handball taken out there by Young, getting her hands on the pill early. Kick inside the forward 50. Mark dropped there by the Kings about 30 to 40 metres out from goal. A shot on there from the Kings, and it goes away to the minus side, to the left-hand side.
So this will be Wilston Grange's first opportunity to really get their hands on the footy. Coorparoo, the first couple of minutes at least, plenty of touches, but nothing for Grange as yet. Looks like it's going to be Claire Lawton kicking out. Former GWS player a couple of years ago.
Good talent in the team.
We want to have it full back on a day like today for them, and she just plays onto herself. Kicks up towards half back, but it looks like it's going to be turned over. No mark taken there by the Kings. Rainbow everywhere with the Grange having the rainbow jumper and the Kings the rainbow numbers. Holding the ball, free kick is paid, and it's going to go Coorparoo's way, and they'll have another chance to go forward.
Coorparoo looking for their third inside 50 in the opening few minutes. A spearing pass up towards half forward, comes off hands now. Testing effort there from Sarah Fuller across half back there for the Gorillas. Ball there on their half back, trying to just push forward from centre and get some clear touches, but it's not forthcoming here as the Kings will get ready to go back inside the forward 50, up towards the left forward pocket. Ball comes out the back now. She can steady on her favoured left foot, and that is a minus score.
Govan in the goal square as well, threw the arms up. She had the one over the top for the Joe the Goose, but probably 15 metres out on your preferred side. You're going to have a shot goal every time, aren't you?
Absolutely. And 4 inside 50s in the first 3 minutes. The ball has not been forward of centre there for Wilston Grange.
It's also spent plenty of time on the far wing as well, which is not helpful for us. Such a huge ground out here at Moreton Bay.
It's going to be hard for us with Coorparoo. Love the design of the jumpers, but the rainbow over the numbers makes it testing.
We'll do our best. Coming in again is going to be Lawton. Kicks long up towards that far back flank. Misses everybody there. Running onto the ball was one of the Kings players. Tackled over the line. It's wobbling around near the boundary line, but it hasn't quite yet gone out. Players dive in. In there for Wilston Grange was Svark. It's going to be a ball up. Catherine Svark. One of the players that played in the emerging talent squad in Perth last week. Also spent some time with the Brisbane Lions Winter Series and with a few spots up for grabs in the AFLW. Sort of players that'll be looking to press their claims.
Interesting come October as we see another stoppage there on the outer side where the ball has spent most of the time already, and it spent a lot of the last game around that outer side as well.
I was out there before, a bit of a breeze. It's looked to be going to the right of screen as well. Looks like it's died off looking from those trees out there, but if anything, probably still going that way. Wushner here on her left foot has a shot for goal, and it's gone through. And the players all get around her. She was dynamic in the match of the round last week, and has started off again with a goal this week, playing up forward.
And she was absolutely outstanding to watch last week. Run around at another 21 Guernsey, just her speed, her class on her left foot. She's an enormous talent, obviously well known in the region for what she's been able to achieve, and she just keeps continuing to get better.
Can play everywhere as well. We saw last week. Started forward and did quite well, but went back when they needed someone behind the footy as well. And then after in the second half went back forward again and was really their dominant player up there and got them back into the game.
Yes, we'll be calling her name many times over the course of this game as a clearance here from Wilston Grange. It's not forthcoming there. Handball over the top. Taken there by Svark, as we mentioned, one of the key players to watch today. A kick scrubbed up towards centre half forward there for the Kings. A piercing kick inside the forward 50. The ball's there to be won about 10 metres out from goal. And in fact, a free kick has been given away, and it'll go to Wilston Grange in the left back pocket.
Wilston Grange player down in the goal square. Might be Lawton. Might have hit her head, grabbing onto her head.
I think maybe a bit of front on contact there has caused it to hit the ground pretty hard. The surface is itself pretty hard, but a little bit spongy in areas too.
We have most grounds in Brisbane from what I've seen the last month or so. Not much rain up here. Still looking very green out there. Nice mark taken on the half-back flank, and they'll have their chance to press forward. Kick's gone over the head of Sophie Wheeler, and it's been marked for the Kings by Clementine Rousseau forward. Hand passes to a teammate in Perry, who looks inside 50. Cut off there by McMullen Matthews, but she couldn't hold the mark. Kings have got the crumbs here, looking to bash it forward. Punch forward there by Govan, but it's going to come out through the Gorillas. But setting up that wall behind the players, the Kings, and the mark has been taken by Alana Perry.
Alana Perry at half forward here for the Kings. She's told to hurry on by the umpire. Kick up towards centre half forward. Premature jump there from her teammate, but they've got numbers there at ground level. As they look to push up towards the forward line again, Hickey passes it off to a teammate, right foot kick, looking for, I think it's that Sally Young, and she marks just on the edge of the square, and she'll go back and have her first shot at goal.
Strange attack on the footy, that one, from the lead up. Looked even the defender behind it ran under the footy as well. Maybe a sun in the eyes issue.
Oh, I reckon so.
Sun is setting here.
And she pokes it through for her first, and Coorparoo have got their third on the day. They're 3-2-20, leading Wilston Grange in the score.
So interesting to see what Grange can do. They need to change it up in the middle there. So whatever's happening there isn't quite working. And with possibly a one-goal bruise or so behind them, they'll be looking to get on the board early in this first quarter. Still not even halfway through the quarter yet, and Coorparoo have 3 on the board. And as we spoke about before the game, they've got so much talent across the entire park. They have had some issues all year with players coming and going with rep squads and that sort of thing. But
that happens when you've got talent.
It does, but they've got the ability to score big points as well when it all goes for them.
Let's go up again. Kings on top early stages of this game. We're nearly 8 minutes in, and Grange just trying to press forward, and it looks like we'll have another stoppage.
So better from Grange. They've forced a secondary stoppage, and it is their half of the ground as well, so they haven't allowed the early exit from the centre bounce for Coorparoo. Could be a free there to the Kings, but umpire's called play on. It's going to come out here to Geddes. Hand passes to Hickey coming off half back. Forced to go back onto her right foot. She's got a teammate out there in Hayley Moore, who runs onto the footy, has the chance to have it bounce, but doesn't take it. Instead goes up towards half forward, looking for a teammate who sort of misread the footy, I think, a little bit there as well. Might have been Rosso forward again. ends up with it, kicks the ball towards half forward. Belted forward into the forward pocket. Who can mark? Nobody. Dangerous ball on the ground here. Kings will be trying to pick it up and score. A couple of players fighting for the footy. In comes Sarah Fuller, and we're going to have a ball up.
I often find on this particular ground, if you're on the half back on the outer side, if you switch the ball to the outer wing, you can find a lot of space. And we've seen that already in this game.
The Kings are going to have a chance to have a shot at goal here. Some nice teamwork there. A couple of handballs back and forth. Kick for goal is good. Didn't see who that was. Might be Risso forward.
We'll give it to her. She's had a nice little patchy Clementine at the 9.5 minute mark of this first term. And the beauty that we're seeing with the Kings already is that in 9.5 minutes of play, they've got 4 goals on the board, all coming from separate goal scorers. And that's important for them to really spread their goal scoring opportunities. And they're going to come against some good sides over the next couple of weeks. I know they've got the bye next week, but if they can find players who are able to hit the scoreboard, then that's going to create more versatility for their forward line.
Might be miscommunication of what we spoke before the game. No bye next week. It's Bond next week with
Coorparoo,
which is why today's so important for them as well. Bond obviously top of the table, very difficult side to beat. So if they can go a game clear today, at least it gives them the chance to have their destiny in their own hands as well.
We're at in the centre half forward region. We'll see another ball up. Umpires out there today in the field. We've got Mason Wilson and Frank Grayson. Great job already.
So you see, M. McNeil's gone into the ruck for Grange. Didn't compete there.
All up there at half forward now for the Kings, and trying to press forward now. Umpire says there's plenty of time here. Shot off a standing start, bounces on end in the goal square. That's what we love about this game. There is so much unpredictability with the Sherry, and it's taken through for a rush behind, and it's Coorparoo 4, 3:27 for Wilston Grange. Gets a score nearly 11 minutes gone.
Looks like Lauren Shackleton there for Grange has gone the rainbow helmet, which is an interesting take for Pride Week. Love the inclusion, love the rainbows out there. Absolutely. No mark taken there by Little Linden's coming straight back in for the Kings. Bit of a scrubby kick, but it's bouncing around towards the goal square. Govan goes off the ground, doesn't quite come off, and Grange got a little bit of an opportunity here to clear. He's going to bash it forward, looking for a teammate. There's a one-on-one contest out here on the half-back flank. Goes over the top of both players and is rode there for the Kings by Rousseau forward. He's been everywhere the last 5 minutes. Kick forward to no one in particular. Comes through there to Shackleton with that helmet that we spoke about before. Can't clear. Hand pass out to the Kings. Shot for goal is coming back on the left foot, but not quite enough. As it scored, it has.
We got Sally Young. Favoured left foot as we've got an injury here for Coorparoo. Maybe a thumb or scapula injury. Around there is Taylor Getty, so we'll watch that one. Maybe top down.
Melon Matthews brought it out for Grange, kicked to herself and got it outside 50, but the mark was cut off there by Hannah Hillman, another one of the players in that emerging talent squad. Plenty of talent in this Coorparoo side, and she's found a teammate inside 50 who'll have a shot for goal. I think it's Paige Parker. Another one of those Lions AFLW players, or was last year, is now signed for the Suns next year. Under the pump as Parker comes in, a lovely looking kick.
You knew straight away.
It's gone through 2/3 post height. Terrific conversion there from Paige Parker. Her first goal of the day.
And they're away now. It's 5-4-34. It's nothing at this stage. Nearly 13 minutes gone. Almost sort of get to the stage where we're going to see maybe a double kick by half time. Goal kicks at half time. They are spreading it there around, and everyone's getting their hands on the ball. Except, unfortunately, for Wilston, the back line.
Yes, as you said before, there's just a little bit disorganised back there. Plenty of players with plenty of space able to take marks. I've seen a few sort of chaos balls bounce Coorparoo's way as well, which happens on days like today. But it's a tough gig early on for the Gorillas back line. So jumping up in the ruck there was McNeil, won the tap, but it's been shark there for the Kings. They're going to go forward yet again. Looking over there, might be Parker again over the back, is it? No, it's not Paige Parker, it's Wushner.
Well, she might end the trend. The way her form has been over the last few weeks. Again, we had a look at her last week where she started very strongly. She kicked the opening goal, or the opening few goals in this game, and just to be able to find that space. from over the head. Very dangerous and lethal at her disposal.
Confident with this goal. She's looked, umpire has not moved an inch. It's straight through the middle. And the Kings in 14 minutes of footy have kicked 6.
They are on fire here. Interesting as well, they've kicked 4 of their 6 goals from marks from set shots, which is great because when the midfielders coming through, they're lowering the ice, hitting targets. I know there's been a couple of uncontested marks there, but it's always hard to kick goals from set shots, particularly with that little bit of breeze around. You've got a bit of time to think about it. But they're finding their forwards in great space and they're backing themselves. It's 4 set shots on goal, 4 straight shots.
It's all positive from Coorparoo's perspective. The Grange coaching staff will be filthy on that sort of stuff. The one thing you can do in this sort of thing as a backline player is try and win your one-on-one contest and at least bring the ball to ground. Haven't been able to do so with any great consistency. It's been too easy for the Kings to score goals from set shots.
The ball has not been in Grange's forward 50 at all this term, as we'll see a ball up just forward of centre there. Zone, just a fraction. Midfield just hasn't got their hands on the pill, and that's a concerning part. The electrifying. If you're a spectator here today, seeing some great football as the ball goes up towards half forward again, a 2-on-1, and it's the one that wins there for the Kings. Up inside the forward 50, that ball just bounces on a mongrel angle. Still, they managed to find their hands on the ball. I think that was Haley Moore under pressure, and they clear the ball away. Grange.
So it's a one-on-one contest here, but they can't be clean. That's been their story, and when they've had chances, they haven't been able to be clean. Great smother there from the Kings there. That was Macy Brown. But Grange are able to clear here through Savard. He's got a little bit of space and time and is good use of the footy. Goes over the back to no one in particular. She'll be looking for the boundary line but won't find it. Behind the footy here is Groves Little. Kicks the ball up towards the wing, but it is out of bounds on the full. So Grange with their first opportunity to go inside 50 here. It's going to be Svark, who's backed up her running kick and will have a chance to pump it inside 50.
That was their best passage of play for the day so far. It all started with a smother and then their A-grade start there and Svark on the outside finding space, which is outstanding. Hopefully they can thrive on that as the kick hits the target.
Not a great kick, but Madison Peters has taken the mark, so they'll take that. Need a little bit of luck. She's got a few over the back if she can get it that far.
Leading goal kicker for them this year.
Kicks the ball up. Might have McNeil coming in from the side, doesn't fly. Punch forward from the Kings. And they're going to run it out via hand pass. They've got the numbers here. They've got plenty of players running off half back. Great to see for them. The ball comes out to the wing. Two players on their own here. They ran harder than their opponents. Ends up in the hands of Rousseau forward. Kicks the ball to a one-on-one. Not a great kick for her teammate. Spoiled over the back there for Grange by Unwin. A few players around here with the footy. Little kick there from Shackleton. Didn't really benefit Taylor too much. She ran the ball over the line. She was trying to get the ball in, but she had about an inch and a half of space as that. Wasn't able to keep it in.
Here for centre, only about 3 minutes to go. 40 points to the margin. We are seeing a genuine exhibition here from the Kings. Bit of a turnaround of form from last week. I know they were disappointing in that third term as well, lost in the game, but they've stepped it up here. Here at Moreton Bay as part of Pride Day. Like a forward again, Hampson, who was outstanding last week. Thrown out there from her teammate. We'll see a free kick to Wilson Grange there across the line out the left half back.
Going to come out to this wing here looking for Taylor. Goes over her head sadly in a roll out of bounds.
Seen it a few times in the last few minutes, just the kicks on this particular wing, just a little bit too much hand time, allowing for the defenders to either get a hand on it or send the ball out of bounds. Lower the eyes, back yourself in.
Fortunately, it's the skill errors from Grange that Coorparoo aren't doing. Coorparoo just got the talent everywhere as Hampson wins the ball out of the clearance. Hand passes a couple of times, got a little bit of time to almost fight over it. Ends up with Geddes. Hand passes forward for Hillman, but she can't grab the footy. Picking it up there was Byrne, who bashes it forward, but only as far as Caitlin Hooper send the Kings back forward.
Moves up towards the middle of the ground now, looks to find a teammate there who marks strongly.
Paige Parker.
She's looking good so far, and the number 24, Guernsey, takes on the opponent on the mark, pumps the ball inside the 450. Grange send the ball back out, and it'll get pumped straight back in. There's an uncontested mark here at half forward to Coorparoo, who send the ball inside the 450.
Macy Brown, too far out to score, goes to a one-on-one, just over their heads. Good work there from the Grange defenders. Comes out though, fighting for the ball there. No one can really get it out. couple of players are sort of diving on it there. There's rainbow jumpers everywhere and it's starting to get a little bit dark. It's hard to tell who's who. Umpire letting it go a fair bit. What's he going to do? He's paid holding the ball. Well, I think there were two players both diving on it there from what I could see. Both fighting for the ball, but the free kick's going to come out to Sally Young directly in front of goal.
She's got a good kicking action too. This will, well...
She went to handball, which you don't often see from anyone 30 metres out directly in front. And a 50. But it looks like that was against Charlotte Marie Taylor. Said she was following her opponent through, but the umpire didn't see it that way. And Sally Young's going to go from trying to hand pass a kick away from 30 metres to a gimme from the goal line.
And she does it fairly half post height from point blank range and nearing on quarter time. Coorparoo is surging away with this one, 7-4-56 to Wilston Grange to score.
We spoke about a 20 to 25 goal percentage deficit coming into this game, and 7 goals a quarter, they'll smash it out of the water and give themselves a little bit of breathing room if they get beaten next week. So although there's this game looking like it's going to be pretty uncompetitive, there's a fair bit of riding on it in terms of final spots for next week.
Absolutely, with Maroochydore to start the game, winning the opening game by 99 points. The team that did last week. It'll make it very interesting to see how this one unfolds. It is quarter time here at Moreton Bay. The final game of today's Pride round is Coorparoo 7-4-46 lead. Wilston Grange yet to score. A couple of multiple goal scorers and 4 other singles there for the leaders here today. You're listening to Lenny, you're listening to Andy. We'll be back here with the second term right after this.